Hey, Moline High School, Miss Borman here. Welcome to your social emotional lesson for October 19th, 2022. We are going to talk about being a bystander and an upstander today. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to review empathy that we did a couple of weeks ago. And then we're going to talk about relationships and then the difference between bystanders and upstanders. And then we just have a quick little activity. So let's review empathy. So let's remember that empathy is the ability to understand other people's perspectives, or we can say that we can walk in other people's shoes. Having empathy allows everyone to accept the differences in people around us. Did you take a chance over the last few weeks to notice the differences in the people around you in your classrooms? People have different hair, skin, and clothes, and we can hear their voices and how they speak differently, their languages, but there's a lot of differences that we don't always see or hear. For example, where people live, their values, their beliefs, cultures, and a lot of times medical diagnoses. Having empathy for others' differences makes the world more kind and understanding. So now let's move on to relationships. And when you hear the word relationship, what words or images pop into your mind? Take a few seconds to think about that. Did you think of your family or your friends or maybe your significant other? So, according to Oxford Languages, the definition of a relationship is the way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected, or the state of being connected. The way in which two or more people or groups regard and behave toward each other. So, relationships are way more than just family, friends, and who you're dating. Relationships exist everywhere in your life. You have relationships with your teachers, classmates, coworkers, bosses, the kid walking down the hallway in front of you, or that annoying driver on the road. Relationships can be short, long, important, irrelevant, good or bad, and all the feelings you can think of. You just need to understand that no matter how you come into contact with other humans, a relationship does exist. And it's up to you to decide what to do with that relationship. So now let's wrap everything together and let's talk about being a bystander. So, bystanders are individuals who observe or witness events or incidences, but are not directly involved. Many times, being a bystander can have a negative meaning, but in general, a bystander is just someone who is present at any given situation. Bystanders have the choice to intervene, speak up, or do something about whatever is going on. An upstander, on the other hand, is a person who speaks or acts in support of an individual or cause, particularly someone who intervenes on behalf of a person being attacked or bullied. Upstanders confront injustice in many ways, and some more public than others. So let's talk about ways to be an upstander. You can help others who are being targeted. Be a friend, be kind, walk that person to get help, or find a trusted adult that they can talk to about the situation. This one is a huge one. Stop untrue or harmful messages from spreading. Stop unkind messages and social media posts. Don't share the information and stand up for the person being talked about. Only you guys can make those decisions on how you share information and what you do on your phones. Somebody has to start taking charge of what they're doing and stop sharing the negative information. Get your friends involved. Let other people know that you're going to start standing up for this negative stuff being spread and for negative information being put out there and people being targeted at school and in public. Encourage your friends to be upstanders also. Make new friends with people outside of your circle. Meet new people. Introduce yourself. That doesn't mean that you have to build strong friendships with all of them, but maybe you will. Just getting to know the people around you and having empathy for them can make everybody feel more comfortable and you can be more empathetic. Introduce yourself to new people when they come to school. Help them to discover activities and ways to meet other people with the same interests. Again, refuse to be a bystander. If you see friends or classmates laughing along or contributing to a negative situation, ask them to stop and to not be part of the problem. Respect others' differences and help others to respect differences. I know that all of this sounds really easy and I know that it's difficult, but if we all work together to start realizing empathy and working together to be kind to one another, then it becomes much easier. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "In the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends." So now we're going to watch a couple of videos together.
Test 1, 2, 3.
The major experience for me was when I was the new kid in school.
In junior high school.
I think it was about a year and a half that this kid was bullying me, and he just wasn't stopping.
When I was in high schough, there was just one guy. Anytime he would catch me alone, and especially when he was with his friends, he would call me names.
There's a boy in 8th grade that get teased. They call him gay. They call him stupid, dumb.
Cut my hair, pull my hair, spit on me, tell me I'm not good enough.
When I was hanging out with my friends, he was trying to make fun of me in front of him, trying to embarrass me.
One girl every recess would come up and shove me on the ground, and she always had these two friends with her that seemed to be encouraging her and egging her on.
They pushed me around, took my lunch, took my book bag, ripped up my homework.
I didn't know how to process it. I didn't know what to do. So I would result into bad thoughts and bad actions.
You get picked on so much, you could become very angry and lash out.
I ended up dropping out of high school, ditching a lot of high school before I dropped out.
I felt really helpless in that situation.
Scared of being ostracized by my peers.
Uncomfortable in your own skin. Really lonely.
I think if the other guys in his group, if even one of them had told him to stop it, it didn't have to be in front of me, it could have been at any time, it probably would have stopped it right there.
I have been bullied before and I didn't like it, and when I see somebody getting bullied, I want to help out.
There had been a student at his school and there was some incident with teasing, and even though my son and the student were great friends, my son apparently went up and defended him and told the other kids to stop.
Most of my friends kind of participated in it, and I thought it was kind of horrible and cruel. So I told them till that was cruel.
That close friend was always there for me. I could always talk to that person whenever something was wrong, and they would understand what I went through.
I went up to him and it's just like, hey, you can't let those guys get to you. And just remember that, you always have people to support you.
I talked to him a lot. He'll share things with me.
The little things that help. Somebody just saying that, hi, good morning, how are you?
It's easy to care about our friends and our family. It's harder sometimes to care about strangers, and yet we need to develop that kind of empathy within us, that we can look at someone who is not related to us or not a friend and realize that maybe someone's in trouble and they need help.
I helped him because I felt like if that was me, I would want some help. I see him now and he happy, he got friends and stuff, like it would make me feel good and stuff.
If I would have had that one person, even in kindergarten, that one person would have helped. A lot of things would be different.
Okay, everybody, we're going to watch one more. We're going to talk about small acts of kindness.
For anyone, it can make all the difference just knowing that there's someone out there who believes that they're worth something.
If you see somebody getting made fun of and they're walking by you down the hall and you can say, I like your shirt, or just something simple that makes them feel good.
A lot of people who are being bullied need friends to comfort them,
Or just like a compliment a day, make somebody smile or something.
Talk to them a little bit, even if it's a hi or a smile.
Say hi to them, smile at them, ask them how their day is going.
It doesn't take that much. It can be one step forward, it can be one sentence, it can be one look.
Be a friend to this person. Let them know it's all right. If you need any help, I am here.
Be courageous and bold and shock yourself with how kind and generous and helpful you can be.
To smile, to make eye contact, to be inviting, to be kind.
To look to make people's lives slightly better.
Go sit next to them in the lunchroom. Talk to them at their locker.
So that they know that they're not alone and that someone else cares.
A single word from a popular kid or a single word from somebody who hasn't been my friend to this point of kindness or of acceptance or of recognition.
That little bit of communication and kindness gave me hope that there was around the corner that I would find myself in a different world.
If everybody kind of took that and they always welcomed someone in that they saw feeling left out, then that definitely is something that changes a person forever. You as one person are completely making a difference in that person's life just by being the friend.
All right, everybody. I challenge everybody to try and do one nice, kind thing today, something that you wouldn't normally have done. Say hi to someone, smile in the hallway, just stand up for those people. So for the rest of the day today, if there is time left, there are 2 other videos that you can either watch as a class or on your own. They will be located in the students' Google Classroom, and teachers, you also have a link on the spreadsheet that has all of the SEL stuff in the slides. Have a wonderful rest of your day, Moline. Talk to you soon.